Hello everybody. So, yesterday I went to Sephora and I got me some Fenty. So, insert a little bit of me in the car here. Hello everybody. Coming to you from my car with all of my real life work stuff back there. But I am about to go and see if I can find some Fenty Beauty. I'm super stoked about this line, the new line from Rihanna that is supposed to fit all sorts of different skin tones because my skin is weird to fit. As you can see, I have freckles but very dark brows because I am mostly Italian and Portuguese, but a smidge Irish, just enough to screw with my skin. These brows have nothing in them. This is what my eyebrows look like. Yeah. So when I saw Fenty Beauty, I got really excited because she has 40 shades of foundation with all sorts of different undertones. And I'm hoping that I'll find something that works for me really, really well. The differences between my summer and winter foundations ends up being huge. And right now we're coming into fall, so I really need something that's gonna transition with me. And that's gonna work for my skin because my skin's kind of warm, but kind of neutral, and it's weird. So yeah, I'm about to go in and check out Fenty Beauty. Super stoked. If this goes well, there'll be a tutorial coming. Otherwise, this little video is just gonna rot on my phone until I delete it. So, wish me luck. So, I went to a Sephora that was inside JCPenney, so I wasn't super sure what I was gonna find, if I was gonna find the full line, if I was gonna find just a couple of hits. And I found this. Yes! I know, right? It's beautiful. So I got color matched and all done up by the fine folks at Sephora, and picked out a few lovely products to take home with me and review and put on my face for the first time myself for you guys. The products I picked are things I know I will use. And honestly, I'm kind of just waiting for my next paycheck to go back and get more because all of the products were beautiful. The brushes are amazing. And just the whole line, it blows my mind. It's amazing. As I said in my little car bit, I have a really hard time finding foundation that matches my skin. I know you look at me and you're like, oh, you're just pale. It's going to be easy. You just need to find those fairer tones. Except that I'm pale. I'm Italian, I'm Portuguese, and just found out just a smidge Irish. So my undertones are very difficult to match. Most foundation is either way too warm or way too cool or way too neutral on me and doesn't really work. So when I found out about Fenty and the fact that she has so many undertones, I was super, super stoked. So let's take a peek at what I got. And I was going to film this yesterday, but I got home and then the husband got home right after, and I don't film when he's around because it's weird. So first thing is my foundation, which I'm so excited about. So I am color 220, which is warm peach. That peach part, that's the important part for my skin because sometimes I'm a little yellow, sometimes I'm a little pink. Right now I probably look a little yellow because my apartment's walls are painted in a really lovely yellow color. I'm not actually as yellow as these walls make me look. But yeah, so warm peach. They tried a few different colors on me, did the whole little thing with the gadget, and this color blends into my skin seamlessly. So this is what the box looks like. You have your number and a little swatch on the top. And then the box easily opens from the bottom. The top is closed with a sticker. And it's well protected packaging. The bottle's not just loose there in the box. And then here is your foundation. It's a glass bottle. It's got that soft touch, frosted finish. Fenty Beauty right there. Super clean, super sleek. A pump. And it looks like a nice pump. Some pumps that I have get really gunked up. And this one looks like one of the ones that won't. So yay on that. It does say to shake well before you use it. And yeah, so that's going to go on my face in a hot minute. And if you're hearing weird noises, my cats are being rowdy. And also, please excuse the state of my hair. I'm basically just waiting for my appointment at this point. Yeah, it's a mess. So one of the other items I picked up are the Matchstick Trio. She does have a ton of these matchsticks with all different purposes. Contour, conceal, highlight, different colors that you can use as a lip color, highlight color, and eye color. So this is the trio for medium to 100 range skin tones. So let's see if it'll focus. You want to focus? No, it doesn't. It says medium 200 and has names for the colors on the top there. So what I thought was cool about these is you don't have to guess which trio is going to work. You go by what color foundation you are. So if you're in the 100 range, the 200, 300, or 400 range, she has kind of basically picked out the colors that should work best for you. Of course, should. We'll see if they do. They might not, but you can also mix and match. I think they're like 25 bucks a piece if you buy them separately, but if you buy the trio, it's like $54, so you save a ton of money doing the trio. So I decided to start with trio. And these look like this. They are magnetic. I thought that was so cool. So a lot of the things in her line are made to be super handy to use on the go, including all of the matchsticks. So whether you purchase them as part of the trio or separately, they are all magnetic. They just kind of click together, which is pretty cool. The packaging is this hexagon beehive shape that you see on a lot of her packaging. That's really pretty. It's a kind of a soft pink. And then it says Fenty Beauty, and I don't know if you can see it in the lighting. I don't think you can, but the Fenty Beauty is actually slightly hollow. It's kind of like a matte hollow. It's really pretty. And then you've got the FB on the top. So my 3 sticks are Bamboo, Mocha, and Trippin'. So Bamboo is meant to be the concealing stick or the highlighting stick. So this is the color on that. So we'll be putting that on my face and see how that looks. Then Mocha is meant to be my contour color. And this one makes me a little nervous because it does feel kind of dark. But from what I have seen, it looks like everything blends out beautifully. So hopefully this is not too dark for contour for me. And again, if it is, well, I got it at Sephora. I'll just bring it back the trio and mix and match for what I need. Because you can mix and match if the trios don't work. And then the third color I got is Trippin', which can be used as either a highlight or a blush or an eye color or a lip color. I think we're going to end up using this as a blush today. Because, of course, I bought a highlight. I did not get Trophy Wife. I like it, but I think that it's just a little bit too gold for me. It did look really pretty when I swatched it, but I picked up something that I think is going to match my skin a little better. So she does have 2 kilowatt highlighters that come full pan individual. One is Trophy Wife, which is that gold one that everybody's seen, and the other one is Metal Moon, and that's the color I went with. So, again, the really cool hexagon beehive thing. It's a white package with kind of like a purple iridescence. I actually matched my mani to it. Fenty Beauty, super sleek, super beautiful packaging. There's Mega Moon Kilowatt Highlighter. And then that is it in the pan. In the pan, it just looks white. It just looks white and a little bit shimmery, but oh, it's so buttery. On the skin, it just kind of brings, of course, my lighting is awful. I need to work on that. Oh, that's even worse. So on the skin, you'll see once I put it on my face, it brings just this really beautiful light glow. The highlight itself is super soft, super buttery. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Not really. I need to get better lighting. So we're going to put these things on our face. The other thing I have is I actually have a sample of the primer. They did use the primer on me in store, and because I'm currently in love with this primer for my everyday and this primer for my fancy days, I didn't pick up the primer because I already have two that I really, really like. So I do have the sample of that to try. My skin is clean, moisturized, and ready to go. So while I awkwardly collect my things, we're going to start with a little sample of the primer. The primer is super soft, super light. It's called the Soft Matte Pro Filter. I apologize for the crinkling sounds, cats. And it's kind of this pretty little peachy color. And it does come in a pump as well. The bottle is pretty much the same as the foundation bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my hands to put some of this on my face. Let me get a little more. It's always awkward when you have these little tubs and you're like, I kind of want to try and make it last. Use as little as possible, but at the same time, you want to make sure you use the right amount. All right. So it feels light, but a little bit tacky, which I like. It smells lovely. And I feel like it does fill and blur, which I like. I have very combination skin, whereas down the T-zone, I tend to have a lot of oily issues. So it does look nice and matte. So now we're going to go in with the foundation, the exciting part. The foundation brush she put out, I did actually get to use it. They actually put it in my hand. I was the first customer to get to use it. And they were like, go ahead and try it out. And it's amazing. It is so soft. It's so lovely. It is just a slightly different shape than I prefer. It's almost shaped like this brush from Tarte. So I liked it for like blending around my nose and under my eyes, but for like big picture face, I do prefer, if I'm going to use a brush, a big round one like this one. This is the IT Brush Airbrush Blurring Foundation Brush. How many times can I say that word? From Ulta. So we're going to use that. And I don't have anything flat in front of me, so I'm like balancing and just, my whole situation's a mess. I need to get this sorted out. So it says shake well, so let's shake it. All right, and then as we already covered, it comes in a pump. So I'm gonna pump some onto the back of my hand. This is my first time using it, so give me a few, there it goes. It's a very liquidy kind of formula. It's kind of runny, you can see, but not as much so as like the Urban Decay Naked Skin. And we're going to go in and start putting this on my face. And you can see that the coverage is medium. You can build it to make it full coverage. And I'm using the phone viewfinder as my mirror right now, so don't mind that. but you can see that it's a very good color for me, I think. Again, everything in this lighting does look a little extra yellow, which I don't enjoy. But there'll be Instagram pictures with better lighting. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Allyseg, ALLYSEG13. I post makeup stuff. I post pictures of my cats. I post roller derby pictures. I post nail art. All sorts of fun stuff. So I really like how this brush is blending this in. It looks good. It feels good. This stuff is so light. I mean, I used to wear the Urban Decay Naked Skin a lot because I liked how light it was. Like feeling on the face. But color-wise, I always had a tricky time. Because it would either be too yellow or too cool. So, grab an actual mirror. That would probably be helpful, right? Looks like I'm blocking the camera. I look pretty well blended. And it just looks so natural. Like my skin, but better. Which I really enjoy. I think I'm gonna try and build it a little. No. I'm gonna leave it where it is. So, there's the foundation. It feels like nothing on my skin. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing foundation. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing primers. You know some primers you put on and you're like, feels sticky or it feels thick and heavy. It does not feel thick, heavy, or sticky in any way other than the ways that you want. So, that is a super win. I love it. Now we're going to try those matchsticks. That, like I said, they come in either individual ones that you can pick and choose or the little 3-pack matched for your skin tone. So I am going to kind of just start playing with these. We're going to do, nope, that's the blush one. Bamboo. So let's see if I could actually conceal / highlight with this. I need an actual mirror. And I need the sun to not keep on going in and out. So it looks like this bamboo color is going to be a good conceal / highlight option for me. It also looks like I should have done the phone the other way so that the camera was not on my left because I'm a righty and yeah. So we're going to do, Crowley, get down. Cat's on the table. Cat's not supposed to be on the table. A little highlight and conceal with this. Got to cover up those under eye circles because I've been tired since like 2002. And one of the things I heard from folks blending it in, seriously, I'll be right back. Okay, hi. I've distracted the cats with food, so hopefully they won't be a problem. So what I was saying is that I've heard that for some of the lighter touch brushes, it's a little bit more difficult to blend out. So like with a lot of my concealers, I actually use the IT Cosmetics Airbrush Concealer Brush, but I don't know that it's going to be able to move this product. So I'm going to actually use this Tarte one here, which is one of the things I think that her foundation brush might be really good for, is actually for the concealer more than the foundation, because the shape of it and the density of it. And this is blending out beautifully. Even though I put it on my face and then had to go and yell at my animals and feed them. Mind you, they've already been fed today. And it's only noon. But my cats are kind of hobbits. Like, they like first breakfast, second breakfast, and 11sies in the morning. So that blended out beautifully. The sun is coming out, so you have really good natural lighting on this side, but full shadow on this side. Yeah, that blended out beautifully. Again, it looks like my skin, but better, which I feel like that's the whole idea of this line, is that it should look like your skin. It shouldn't look like you're wearing makeup. You should just look like you. So now let's try the mocha for a little bit of contour. This is the color I'm kind of nervous about. That bamboo color blended in beautifully. This I'm a little nervous about. So I'm going to go in a little light-handed with this and do a little bit of contouring. I'm still figuring out how to contour my nose because I got this big Italian nose and I kind of just wing it. Because all these girls contouring their noses on like YouTube and stuff, it's like, your nose is already so cute. What are you even doing? What are you contouring away? Show me how to contour this. So for that, I'm going to go in with a crown brush I got from a BoxyCharm that's kind of like that Artiste style, but not. Because I like this one for blending out contour. And that, again, that blended out, like, did you see that? Did you see that just like melt into my skin and leave just what I want behind? Which is that kind of shadow of, did she contour or not? Let's get the forehead. Let's try not to block the camera. Like, hey, I can see, you can't. And then the nose. I know this brush is a little big for doing my nose. I do have a smaller one, but I don't like it as much. So that is a super nice, just light contour with the mocha matchstick. And I love it. Again, I look like me, just a little better. I like it. So now we're going to do the Trippin' stick for blush. So this one I'm going to, again, just go right in with my face. And since this is the first time I'm using these, I am noticing that they do need to get like warmed up a little bit. So that first swipe, I'm not getting a lot of color payoff. And it takes a minute to get a little bit of color payoff. And obviously I'm just kind of coloring this on and then I'm going to blend it out. I'm not leaving it like this. One thing I am noticing though on the sticks, they are getting a little bit of the foundation on them. So I'm wondering if that is going to affect how they look in the long run. I'm just going to grab a random dense blush brush and use that. And this is a really pretty color, this Trippin' color. It's kind of corally and a little bit gold and a little bit warm, but not overly so. And this one I'm just having a little bit more trouble blending out, probably just because I have peach fuzz all over my cheeks. And so cream blushes and cream highlights and I aren't always the best of friends, but okay, so that's pretty. Probably something I would use more in the summer on more of a bare face day though. I don't think I like how it's sitting over the foundation and how it's blended in with the foundation. I'm actually going to get my foundation brush back out and kind of try and make sure I'm still nicely blended in here. Yeah, I think that's the Trippin' is going to be more of a summer focus, more of a summer low, no makeup kind of a day thing. Either that or I just need to get it warmed up and kind of practice layering it over foundation. But once I came in here with this, my base kind of blended back out. So I'm going to put on some powder and put on some regular blush. And then I'll be back to apply highlight. Be right back. And I'm back. I put on some setting powder, just the Kat Von D Lock-It blotting powder, and some mascara, and did my brows a little bit, a little blush, a little lip. All of that. So now we're on to the highlight. Again, this is the Killawatt highlight in Metal Moon, which is the really pretty white highlight. And my favorite highlight brush, because more is more, is this big fatty fan brush from NYX. So we're just gonna go for it. Also, if my lighting has changed, it's because I realized that the little desk lamp I had, I think, was doing more harm than good. So turned it off. So I'm gonna go in and pick up and highlight. And it is definitely more subtle than that trophy wife that you've seen all over the internet, but it's really, really pretty. I think this is a great kind of everyday, or even to use if you're going to layer your highlights, which I like to do a lot. But it is really pretty. It just kind of glows. So it's that really nice kind of just light glow. So, take my headband out, shake out my crappy hair. That is it for today. I have to say that for me, Fenty Beauty, this line is a win. It is worth all of the hype. The price point on it is actually pretty phenomenal, especially when you compare it to some of the other brands at Sephora, some of the other brands that have the same parent company. Brands like Kat Von D, you know, it's the same parent company as her, but it is, I think, a better price point, better value. And the fact that there are 40 shades of foundation. Some brands like get to 40 shades. She launched with 40 shades, and she launched with the intention of being able to fit any man or woman or in between that wants to wear makeup. So amazing. I absolutely am loving these products. I'm totally going to be ending up with more. And thanks for watching. Please thumbs up and subscribe and share so that I can reach people other than my friends and my mom's friends. And follow me over on Instagram, EliseG13. Elise spelled the same way it is here. I do have some other cool stuff coming up that I'm going to be doing. I have this beauty. We're going to film with this. Excuse me while I drop things. channeling my inner Rachel Loves there. And we're going to play Don't Let the Palette Smell Your Fear with this guy. So, yeah, follow me, like up the video, go find me on Instagram. Way more active there than I am here. So, yeah, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Go on and check out that Fenty Beauty, especially if you find you have a hard time matching foundations. Do it. It's worth it. Sit down, let the Sephora lady touch your face. You will not be disappointed. And that's it. Have a fantastic Sunday, guys.